All right, Facebook fam. Okay, I can zoom in. Okay, good. What up, what up, what up? All right, guys. So in this video, in this live stream, I'm going to show you guys how to make $25,000 a month wholesaling real estate. So if that is something you like, Khang, dude, I would love to be able to do that. One deal a month, that's all it takes, my friend. The average wholesale fee, for me anyway, is about $20,000 to $25,000. So if you can do that once a month, okay? And with wholesaling, it's something that you can do part-time. So it doesn't have to be a full-time gig, all right? So let's rock and roll, baby. So for those of you who's new, who don't know what wholesaling is, let me break it down for you so you can understand. You don't need a license to do this. It works in any city, any states. You don't need a boatload of capital to get started because you're not going to buy the property. You're not going to fix it up. So there's no dealing with city. There's no getting permit. There's no dealing with contractor. It's very, very simple. And I do believe that wholesaling real estate is the quickest and the safest way to make money in real estate versus the fix and flip. Okay? The fix and flip, there's too much risk. You don't want to do that, especially if you're a new investor. Don't play this game. All right? Now, a lot of you wants to do is buy and hold. This game right here, my friend, you have to get rich first. Okay? Because buy and hold is a long-term game. Okay? So, typically the buy and hold, for you to get to the point where you're making $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Okay? A month. In passive income, okay, you got to own quite a bit of property. Okay? But with a W-2, you ain't going to be able to acquire a lot of property. It takes a long time. So typically the buy and hold is a 10 to 20 year game plan. So unless you want to be stuck at the W-2 at the J-O to B for the next 10 to 20 years, then don't play this game. I mean, if you're planning to work there for the next 10 to 20 years and accumulate, okay, over time, then okay, then do that. But I don't know about you. For me, is I want to get to 10 to 20,000 a month the quickest. Okay? And the only way to do that, my friend, is not with the passive, but it's with active. Active income. And a lot of you right now is that you're not making at least 10 or 20. I would say, I don't care what city, what state you live in, but if you can get to the point where you're making $25,000 a month, $25,000 a month, I would say this right here would give you a pretty comfortable life. I don't care if you're in New York. I don't care if you're in California, in LA. It doesn't matter. Okay? Even the most expensive states, $25,000 a month, that gives you what, $300,000 a year. I think that should give you a pretty comfortable life. If you agree, comment down below and let me know. Also too is if you say, Khang, if I can make $25,000 a month, dude, I'm golden. Then comment down below and let me know. Okay? Because I'm going to share with you what wholesaling is and how you can do that. And my goal is I want to show you how to close one deal, okay, close your first deal in the next 30 to 60 days from this training, okay, completely free. I'm going to show you how to do it, okay, but it's very, very simple, okay, one deal a month, that's all it takes, $25,000 per deal, once a month, $300,000 a year. This is something you can do part-time. I mean, this is something you can do on the weekend. Okay? So, here we go. Like I said, wholesaling is the quickest and the safest way to make money in real estate. I have done the fix and flip. I have 14 rentals. Okay? So I have done them all. I have done the fix and flip. Okay? I did it for 4.5 years. Almost went bankrupt. The problem with the whole fix and flip, okay, is that it's capital intensive. You need a lot of money. Now, I know a lot of people out there said, hey, you can go raise the money, right? So it doesn't have to come out of your pocket, but still, you owe that, right? You're owing somebody. So I don't know about you, but to fix and flip, let's just say 2 house. In my market, dude, you're going to be coming out of pocket at least 800, I would say probably like right around 800K. Okay? That's 400K per house. Okay? Per house. And that's not including the rehab costs. Okay? Typically, it's probably going to be another 50,000. So you're probably out of pocket close to $1 million. Okay? In my market. So imagine trying to scale this. And a lot of you, a lot of people say, hey, you can get hard money or private money. Hard money is going to charge you probably 12%. Okay? Private money, you got to go raise that money somewhere. But still, it's a lot of risk. You still got to pay your hard money, your private lender back. It's not like you got to keep it. You still got to pay them back. So the full fix and flip is too much capital intensive and it's too risky. What if you wake up the next day and the market dropped by 15% or 20%? I mean, it dropped so fast that, dude, you couldn't even fix it up fast enough to sell it, to get rid of it. So a lot of time, the people with the fix and flip game, their whole thing is, well, if I can't fix it and sell it, I'll keep it as a rental. Okay? But your problem is at this time, your money is stuck in this rental for a long time if the market doesn't appreciate fast enough, right? So you're tying your capital in this rental, and this rental is giving you $250 a month, and your $100,000 or your $60,000 is stuck in this rental. If you could have had this money liquid, you could have built a business that probably makes you $25,000 a month. Make sense? So when you're new, you want to stay as liquid as possible, right? You want to stay liquid. You don't want any capital of your money that could be reinvested to be stuck in anything. Not in stocks, not in crypto, not in rental property. You want to stay liquid, my friend. Because to continue growing that business, you need to fuel it, you need to fund it. Marketing, all right? Marketing costs, employee costs, system costs, right? To grow something, you got to fuel it. You got to keep on fueling it. You got to think of the cash is like fuel when you put into the car. How far do you want to go? Right? So if you want to get to 10,000 a month, it probably doesn't need so much fuel. But if you want to get to 100,000 a month, dude, like you're trying to go far. So you want to make sure that you have liquid cash to continue pumping back into your business. I know some of you said, well, Khang, when is it a good time for us to buy and hold? I think until you get to the point where you're making at least $25,000 a month, take home. That's when you're ready to now, hey, diversify and start accumulating some rental property for long term. One, the biggest benefit is the tax write-off. That's the biggest thing, right? And then appreciation. It's a way for you to store your money, to hedge against inflation. But the biggest thing is now you're making $300,000 a year. You know, Uncle Sam probably won 40% of that. So you'd be like, dude, how can I pay less to Uncle Sam? So instead of paying Uncle Sam 40%, you could take that 40% of whatever that $300,000 is, go buy a rental property, right? And being able to save a lot on taxes. Make sense? So let's talk about wholesaling. I hope you guys understand this because this is the key to getting rich and then building wealth. Remember, getting rich can happen quicker than getting wealthy. Wealthy takes time. So to build wealth, a lot of people talk about generation wealth. Dude, that takes time. It cannot happen in a year. Okay, it's not going to happen in a year unless you're born in a rich family. Okay, unless you are baby funded. You're funded by your mommy, your daddy, and they got a boatload of money to fund for your investment. Otherwise, you got to get rich first and then you get wealthy. So you got to learn how to crawl before you walk. You got to learn how to walk before you start running, my friend. You can't skip the process. It's just not how it works. Okay? Let's see how many people's on today and making sure that you guys can hear me. Okay. Facebook family. Also, too, if you haven't checked out my book, comment the word book. Dude, the only book that you need for wholesaling. The only book that you need for wholesaling real estate. I keep it very simple, short, sweet, straight to the point. Over 5-star review on Amazon. But if you grab my book, so comment the word book, I'll send you the link. If you fill out the information, your name, your email address, I'll send you two free tools to help you get started. Number one is I'll send you the ARV calculator. The other tool is I'll send you the rehab calculator, completely for free. So want to check it out? Comment the word book. Also too is I know some of you also need the contract. You're like, hey Khang, how can I also get the contract? Comment the word contract. I'll hook you up today. All right, I'll hook you up. So let's see how many people gets on. And also too is you guys, Facebook family, if you enjoy this, you're like, Khang, dude, this is adding so much value. You already know what to do. Show me some love. Tap the love. Give this video a share. And let's rock and roll. Also, my question is, who here is looking for a second stream of income? If you don't have a side hustle to bring in some extra income, I'm telling you right now, this inflation market, you will get crushed. Okay? So I think a lot of the lower kind of middle class, they're very afraid right now to go spend any money because of inflation. They don't know what's going on because all you're doing is you're depending all your income on one stream, and that is, dude, the most scariest. The J-O-B. Dude, if you're depending all your life on this, my friend, you have a big problem. Okay? So you need a second stream of income, my friend. Maybe you continue to live off of this. And this income right here is what you save. Is what you save and reinvest. This is how you get ahead in life, my friend. Okay? It's not about just saving, but you got to reinvest it. You got to take that baby money and turn it into, dude, you got to learn how to double, triple, 10x. Just like Uncle G said. You got to learn how to do it, my friend. Because that's how you're going to get ahead in life, and that's how you're going to get to a rich bitch. Okay? So the second stream of income, earlier I mentioned about, making $25,000 a month. Now, for some of you be like, well, Khang, I don't know if I can do that. But what if? What if you don't do $25,000 a month? What if you just make an extra $25,000 a quarter? A quarter, which is every 3 months. My friend, you just made an extra $100,000 a year on your second stream of income. Are you cool with that? On a second stream of income. So I don't know what you're making here, but what if you can bring in an extra $100,000 that you can maybe save 50% and then, take that 50% and reinvest it into whatever you want. Buy a piece of real estate, crypto, stocks, whatever it is. You see, so you got to be able to learn how to build the second stream of income, my friend, because you're not going to get ahead in life with just this. Who do you know that became a millionaire with just a J-O-B? Who do you know that owns a bunch of rental with just a J-O-B? I mean, if you do know somebody, they got to be in the 50s, 60s, or 70s. Okay? So I don't know about you, man, but I don't want to wait until that old to enjoy my life. The key is, how can you get rich at a young age so you can still have the health to go travel the world, to go do the things that you want to do, buy the things that you want to buy. I don't know about you, man, but it's way better to drive a Ferrari in your 30s or 40s than it is in your 60 or 70. I don't know about you, man, but I think when I'm 60 or 70, I don't think that I care about driving a Ferrari, to be honest. Because let me tell you, when I was in my 20, my goal was different now that I'm in my 40. I'm 41 now. So when I was in my 20, man, I want to buy everything, right? But when now I'm in my 40s, you know what's the most important thing for me is? Dude, I look at time all the time. I was like, man, time flies so fast. So I want to be able to spend my day with people that I love and enjoy to be around with. You know, I like to go to the gym. I don't want a bunch of stress. I don't want to run a bunch of employee. I don't want to get phone call every single day of all the prima donna drama. Sometimes I don't understand how, you know, Gary Vee or some of these guys or gal do it. And like I said, you know, I think everybody was made for something. You know, for me, it's like, I just want a simple, fun life. I just want a simple life with less stress as possible, but make, you know, a few $1,000,000 a year. That's for me. For you, it might be different. For you, you might want the headaches. You might want all these commotion. But for me, I don't. You know, when I was 20, that's what I thought I want to. It's a big business, feel like a boss, you know, like, well, I want to be busy. Like, I want my phone to blow up all the time because if I'm busy, it means that I'm important. It means that I'm making a lot of money. But to be honest with you, it's not true. I remember when I was even doing my real estate, when I was in my 30s, dude, I was so busy. I was way busier then than I am today. But I make way less money. So a lot of times, it's not about being busy, it's about being efficient. So for me now, I have more time to myself to do what I want to do, and I still make way more money than when I was back in my 30s, super busy. I'm like swamp, running around like a, you know, I was running around all the time. I was chasing. So anyways, there you go. So let's get into what wholesaling is. Man, I have like 10, 20 minutes here, so I'm trying to do it quick. So unfortunately, I don't get to see your comment because the phone is flipped the other way around. So let me try to check. Who here know what wholesaling is? Who here know what wholesaling is? Okay, you guys are still here with me? Okay, you guys are still here. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy this. Do you enjoy this? Okay, we got Cameron. We got Edwin. We got, who else? Lloyd. We got John. We got David. I appreciate you guys that are here with me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So here's what wholesaling is for those of you who don't know. Okay. All this. Okay. And this is why I love wholesaling. It's simple and it's easy to understand. You don't need a whole lot of capital to get started. You don't need a license. Okay? And it works anywhere. Okay, all you need is you need to find a distressed property. Typically, these are rundown. Okay? Kind of like a fixer-upper. Okay? And then you need to find a distressed property with a motivated seller. Which means the seller here is in a situation. Pre-foreclosure, divorce, you know, probate, inherited, you know, absentee owner, tired landlord. So the seller has a motivation to sell the property at a steep discount. That's what we're looking for. Okay, and this is you, obviously. Okay? So once we found that seller, we're going to negotiate a deal with them. Okay? We're going to negotiate a deal. We're going to make them a low-ball cash offer. And a lot of you be like, well, why would someone sell their house that's worth $200,000 for $100,000? Once again, it's because the property is run down and they are in distress or discount. They're in distress, which means they want to get rid of the property. Just like someone go to the pawn shop. They need the cash and they just want to pawn it off. They just want to sell it very quick. They are okay with taking a major price reduction just to get rid of it. And that's exactly the people that we're looking for. So now I would say that the people we're looking, 97% of them is probably not who we're looking for. They probably go with a realtor, okay, to list their property. We're looking for the 3%. And I'm going to show you how to find them. That's who we're looking for. So let's just say that you got it. You talk to the seller. You be like, hey, the seller accept your offer. You got under contract. You and the seller now sign what is called a purchase and sell contract. Okay, the key right here is this purchase and sell contract. Once the seller accepts your offer, they sign, you sign. This purchase and sell contract give you equitable interest in the property. So, It doesn't mean you have to buy it. It just means that you are now have equitable in the property where you can move forward to buy it, or you can find somebody else. So we call them the cash buyer, which is the investor. Okay? Typically this is, someone who wants to buy, fix, and hold it, or who buy, fix, and flip the property. So in this purchase and sale contract, it gives you equitable interest. You can move forward to buy the property, or you have the rights to sell the contract. You have the rights to sell that contract over to anybody. Your mommy, your daddy, your friends, your aunt, your uncle, doesn't matter who it is. As long as they have the money, you can sell to them. So let's say you got under contract for $100,000. You're going to sell for $125 because the property is worth $200,000. So if something is worth $200,000 and someone can buy for $125, you already know they're going to do that all day long. All day long. Okay? So they're going to buy for $125. So now you and this buyer is going to sign what's called an assignment. That's what happened. So now the buyer signs an assignment contract. So you are going to assign your rights over to them. So they're going to be the buyer. They're going to step into your shoes to actually close on the property. So you got under contract for $100,000. They're buying for $125,000. And that $25,000 difference, my friend, goes to you. And that's what we call a wholesale fee or an assignment fee. You never bought the property. You never have to fix the property up. All you're doing is once it's under contract, you control that property. Isn't that crazy? Just like Uber. Uber doesn't own any car. But when you sign up to be an Uber, they control the contract. Okay? And that's exactly what we're doing. Uber is like a middleman. Okay? So we are a middleman. Okay? Once under contract, we control the contract. We can sell to anybody we want for a profit. Boom. Now I'm going to show you where I get all of my lists, where I get all of my distressed property. Okay? So how do we get these sellers? Where do we find them? There's multiple ways to do it, but I don't have time to show you all the way to do it. I'm just going to show you how we do it. Okay? Obviously, there's a free way and there's a pay way. But today, I'm just going to show you one way that we're currently doing right now that I know is working. So there's a software that I use, or we use, called Kingdata. Kingdata.ai. Okay? This is the software that we use, called Kingdata.ai. If you want a tutorial on this, I did a YouTube video. All you need to do is, I think, comment the word YouTube. Man, I can't remember. Just comment YouTube 8. It's free. Comment YouTube 8 or DM me the word YouTube 8. I'll send you the link to that YouTube video that shows you how I use the software. But this is the software that we use. Okay? It's going to cost you $149 a month. Right? But you can cancel anytime you want. It's a month to month. Okay? So when we go into the software, you can pull any list you want. And the list that I like is called tax delinquents. These are people who owe property tax on their property, and they can't afford to pay it. So just like if you don't pay a mortgage, if you don't pay your tax, the city, the county can come after and foreclose on your property. And if you can't afford to pay your tax, my friend, dude, they're probably in a very tight financial situation. And that's what I love. I love this list right here. And then all you need to do is go onto the software, pull that list, and then start calling them. And for anyone who signs up for this software today, your boy King Khang will pay for your skip tracing. So which mean skip tracing. So which mean you never have to pay for skip tracing again as long as you have the software. Unlimited. So when you sign up for the software, when you go in, you pull the list, you never have to pay for skip tracing. You click on that property, boom. It'll show you their phone number, they'll show you their email address. You never have to pay for skip tracing ever again. I'll take care of you. As long as you have the software, unlimited. So don't have to worry about paying for skip tracing. The cost of skip tracing is between 10 to 20 cents. Average. That's what skip tracing's company charge you. So if you were to skip trace 10,000 address, so let's just say that you drive for dollars and you found a property. You can take that property, go onto the software, punch it in, skip trace it, and it still won't cost you anything, okay? So to skip trace 10,000 address a month, that would have cost you what, about $1,000 at 10 cents a pop? So now imagine you never have to pay for skip tracing. All you pay is $149 a month, right, for the software, and that skip tracing, boom, gone. Don't cost you anything anymore. Got it? So go on there, pull a list, start calling, and make offer to the seller. Okay? Once you get the property under contract, let me show you how to find the buyer. Okay? We're almost done, guys. Hang in there with me. Hang in there. Okay? So once you get the list, you call, you make offer. Once again, real estate is a numbers game. You got to be consistent. You got to talk to a lot of people. And you got to constantly make an offer every single day. Okay. I want to make sure you guys are still here with me. So let me see. Okay, there's still 9 of you. Okay, Teresa, welcome to the live. Edwin is still here. Good. Okay. So the next thing is now, obviously, once we got under contract, we need to find our buyers, okay? There's multiple ways to do it. A lot of you already know. One of them is called Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is one of them, okay? Another one is, I would also do is Craigslist, okay? Post it on Craigslist. And then another one is, call realtors. Call all the local realtors in the area and pitch them your deal. Okay? Finally, it's the software. Dude, this is all we use now. We don't even use this anymore. But I'm just giving you option. Now, all we focus on is the software. You guys, we're living in 2025. This is the new era of AI. So this software, kingdata.ai, once again, all you do is you take the property address that you already have on a contract, you punch it into the software, one click of a button, that's it, my friend, game over. It'll show you all the buyer that's currently buying in that area, and they, boom, one click of a button, you pull it up, all their phone number will be right there, and you just call them, and then pitch them your deal. This software, guys, is truly a one-stop shop. Okay? And when I talk about this software, it's not my software. But when I talk about this software, everybody's like, oh my God, Khang is trying to sell this. My question to you is, let's just say that you know about a certain software that can actually help you make money. My question is, would you share it with your friends or family, or would you keep it to yourself? Like, if I don't share it, people will call me selfish. Okay? People will call you, I can't even spell it. People will call you selfish. But when you try to share it, they say you're trying to sell them. Like, in this world, man, you can't win. Okay? 50% is going to like you. 50% is going to hate you. My whole thing is I decide to share it for those of you who needs it. If you want it, great. Okay? I'm an affiliate. Okay? If you want it, great. We all make money together. If you don't, that's fine. You want to use something else, that's fine. But I can tell you right now, this is what we're using, so I'm sharing with you what we're using. It's not like I'm not using it and I'm trying to sell you something I'm not. Then that is wrong. I think that is completely unethical. You don't use it, but you tell me to use it? Come on, man. Shit, bro. Let's be real, dude. Right? Anyways, I hope that this training really helps you out. Now, for those of you who be like, hey, Khang, I've watched all your video. I listen to all the podcasts, other people's podcasts. I've read your book. Like, I've done it all, but I still need help. I'm having a tough time closing my first deal. Now, I love to have you as a student, okay? If you want to work with me and my team, we'll give you all the training. We'll give you all the resource. We'll give you all the tools, okay? We'll give you all the connections. You find the deal. I'll even do half of the work. I'll find you the buyer for your deal. So you do 50%, I'll do the 50%, and we'll show you, right? You got 24/7 support. We got training 3 times a week with the coaches, right? I got coaches that runs it. Jericho's one of the coach. He been with me for 3 to 4 years. He also has a very successful real estate wholesaling business. But just like me, he loved teaching because we both started from the bottom. So we know how it feels to the stress, the struggle that we have to go through to close that first deal or maybe your next deal, right? So he loves teaching just like I do, okay? So if you're interested in that, because you're like, Khang, I believe that I need the hands-on coaching because that was me when I first started, okay? I tried it for 6 months. It didn't work for me, so I knew I needed the mentor, okay? So if that is you, comment or DM me the word mentorship, and I'll send you the link, okay? I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. Facebook family, comment down below with any question you got, and I'll try to answer as many of those questions as I possibly can. Thank you so much for being here. Let me flip the camera around and see if there's any question I can answer, okay? So hold on a second. Let me bring you into the studio. Oh, shoot, we're running out of time. Let me flip the camera around. Hold on a second. Oh, man, I'm still trying to figure out Facebook. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let me see if I can answer any question you guys got on here. Okay, so comment down below. Diego, welcome. Thomas, welcome to the live. Glad that you're here. Andy, welcome. So any other questions? Cruz, welcome. Teresa, Fernando, Ray, welcome to the live. Okay, so any question, comment down below and let me know. Diego. Any question? Facebook family? Tommy, welcome to the live. So before I leave here, if you don't have any question, before I leave, I want to say this to all of you. Like, you need to understand this. A lot of you will be like, one day I'll do it, one day I'll start, one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that. You know, and I heard this from The Rock. And he said, are you either one day or day one? Which one is it? But I can tell you right now, the person who said, one day I'll do it, one day I'm going to start, one day you're waiting for the perfect timing, or you're waiting for things to be in a certain place until you start. Those are the people that I call procrastinator. Those are the people, dude. Most dreams get destroyed because of that word. One day I'll start. One day I'll do it. One day I will, you sign up for the whatever it is, the software. Or one day I'll do this. It's either that or make today as day one. Day one. You see, we all started with day one. Okay? And then we built upon that. So the people who say, one day I'll do it, those are the people I can almost tell you right now, guarantee you, 99.9% don't make it. Never succeed at anything. But it's the people who said, let's make today as day one. Let's start, baby. Let's go. Okay? That's why I don't believe in New Year resolution. How many people that you heard that set New Year resolution and then a month in or 2 months in, they already quit? Or they wait to start. You see, there's a saying that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. You see, yesterday is the past. Okay? Tomorrow, we unknown. Like, you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Some of us, dude, might not even be here tomorrow. Sadly to say that, but, obviously I wish everybody, but you just never know in life, Like, tomorrow is not promised. And that's why they call today's the present. It's a gift. We know that we're here today. So you either do it or you don't. Because tomorrow truly is not promised. So anyways, and a lot of you, I need you to understand is that, you need to understand is that if it's not you, then who? If it's not now, then when? And I believe that in your family or any family, there has to be somebody who is going to stand up and who's going to be willing to make the sacrifice and put in the work to break the generation curse, to become the first millionaire in their family, to now take care of their family. Are you going to be that person, or are you going to depend on somebody else? I don't know about you, man, but it's always best to take things in your own hands and take control of your life and your destiny. Never depend on anybody else, man. Like, a lot of people rather go to the casino and bet on black or red, but instead of betting on themselves. Okay? I'm ready to start now. Already have the book. Diego, let's go, man. So, yeah, Diego, just book a call with my team. Get on the phone with them, man. I love to have you as a student. Ray said, I'm ready to go. I need to start wholesaling yesterday. I like the attitude, man. What should have been done today should have already been done yesterday. So you see, that's why a lot of people now, it's like almost we're halfway into the year. Okay? I don't know what you did the last 6 months, but you only got 6 months left until 2025 is over. So the question you need to ask yourself is, when January 1st of 2026 come around, do I want to be in the exact same position? Or do I want to become a better person? Or do I want to add an extra zero to my bank account? So a lot of people, 6 months in, now they're going to wait. Oh, they're going to be like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I'll just wait until 2026 to start fresh. That's your problem. That's what you've been saying for the last 3 years, bro. So you cannot do the same thing and expect to get a different result. You see? And if you always do what you have always done, you always get what you've always gotten. So to get a different result, you must try something new, do something new. To have what you never had, you must be willing to do things you have never done before. So I challenge you. I challenge you in this 3-day challenge. Here's what I'm going to do for all of you. Comment the word replay. Comment the word replay. Or DM me the word replay. I will send you the 3-day challenge that I did that helps a ton of people close their first and their upcoming deal. I'll show you how to do it completely for free. It's the 3-day challenge that I did. Day 1, I'll show you how to find the distressed property. So each day we'll probably spend like an hour and a half together. Day 2, I'm going to show you how to talk, how to negotiate, so you can put the property in a contract at a steep discount without meeting the seller or seeing the property. I'll show you how to do it all virtually. Day 3, I'm going to show you how to find the buyer, sell your deal to them, and make your profit. Just comment the word replay. It's all free, no string attached. I remember when I first got into real estate, I was struggling, just like some of you right now, trying to figure out, obviously we want more in life. We want better life. And we're seeking for a new, business, a new career to get into, to change our life. And I remember I was stressing out. I was overwhelmed, just like some of you right now. I was lost. I was confused. I said, man, hopefully my time will come. And I remember I made a promise to God and I made a promise to my wife that I said, God, if I ever make it to the top, like if I ever figure this out and make a boatload of money from it, I promise to go back and to share all my knowledge and help everybody from the bottom up. But you need to understand this. And that's why I'm extremely grateful to be in a position to actually now come back and help those of you who were in my position 12 years ago. But you need to understand that knowledge without execution is worthless. Okay? So I can bring you to the river and show you all this, dude. I can bring you and show you this amazing world of freedom. What it feels like to wake up whenever you want, do whatever you want, wherever you want, with whoever the F that you want. I can show you that world. But it's up to you to make it happen. It's up to you to put in the work. It's up to you to stay committed. It's up to you to be persistent. It's like you go to the gym, you hire the trainer. But if the trainer is doing the push-up for you, guess who gets the muscle? You already know it, okay? So I appreciate each and every single one of you that's here. Fernanda, Joey, Cruz, everybody else, thank you so much. I wish you nothing but the best. And for those of you who put in the work, I look forward to seeing you closing your first deal. And let's go get this money.